In this lecture, Professor A.K. Enamel Hawk explains, how did your sales increase without any effort?
We said, okay, there is a relationship between price. Remember, this is price of A, this is quantity of A, this is price of B, this is price of C, and this is income. This is our relationship. We knew previously this is negative. We knew previously this is positive. I'm just assuming one negative, one positive. And this could be positive or negative, but let's for the moment assume positive. For another product, it could be negative. So it is there, but for me, I'm using positive relationship. Say, there is a change in demand happened in my market. So what I see from the last year to this year, that there has been a change in demand. Who is responsible? Answer is, it may be caused the change because I have changed the price. So my price change may have actually changed the demand. It may have changed the demand because another product, B, price has changed. I did not do anything. It may have changed because another product, C, price has changed. Or it may have changed because income has changed. So I'm adding them. If there is no change, this is zero. So this whole term becomes zero. But it could be all of them or a combination of them. When we're saying this is a function, we're saying this demand is affected by many factors. And when demand is affected by many factors, these are the four factors. Any one of them has changed, will change my demand. If this is the amount of change, what is the total change? I need to know per unit change. So this is per unit change, remember, slope, into how much change. This is the same thing, per unit change into how much change. This is the same thing, per unit change into how much change. This is the same thing, per unit change into how much. In other words, remember, in all cases, I'm looking at per unit change into the total change. Right? This is the slope into this. So if I multiply this, I get the total change. If you look into this mathematically, these are cancelling each other. All cancel. So it's actually nothing but changes in Y, QA due to price of A, changes in QA due to price B. So this is sum of this. And I'm going to divide this by QA. And mathematically, if you divide anything by QA, you should divide everything by QA, right or wrong? So mathematically, it is correct. I'm also multiplying this with PA, and I should divide this by PA. So I can multiply this with PB and divide this by PB. So remember, it's the same. I'm multiplying this with PC and divide this by PC. I'm multiplying this with income and divide with income. So realize what I have done. I basically did simple mathematical manipulation. Now, something is familiar. What is something is familiar? If you look at this one, this looks like elasticity. This is also looks like another elasticity. If you look into this one, this is also looks like another elasticity. So we have actually all the elasticities has come into this picture. And what do you think this looks like? So I can say this is elasticity with respect to price of my product. And this is percentage change in price of my product. So I'm just renaming it percentage change in price of my product. Remember, this is nothing but percentage change. Mathematics now become pure English, right? It's no longer mathematics. One is elasticity, one is percentage change. Then I can say this one is also elasticity, but not with PA, this is with PB into percentage change in PB. Elasticity with respect to PB into percentage change in PB plus elasticity with respect to PC into percentage change in PC plus elasticity with respect to income into percentage change in into percentage change in income. So one is elasticity, one is percentage change. And what is this one left hand side? Percentage change in my demand. So now I can say, okay, I have a very interesting formula, and this formula tells me a logic. This particular formula, I can explain why my demand is changing. That we have just derived it, a mathematical formula, and we say, okay, if I see a 10% increase in my demand, I should know the reason behind it. I'm not talking about anything else, just the reasons that I'm not in control. Remember, there are many other things. Advertisement is there, so forget about all of them. So now, if I say, okay, let me explain few things. I am a manager, and somebody gives me certain numbers. I'm looking for elasticity. Somebody says your elasticity is minus 0.1. So somebody gives me data. Somebody gives me this one. Remember, this was positive elasticity. This is 1.0. This is negative elasticity. We have assumed it. This is minus 1.0. Income elasticity, normal good we assume. So this is 1.5. Just numbers. So I said, okay, I am a manager. I'm looking for numbers. I'm asking my research department that, look, find out what is the elasticity of my product. That's what they have given. So if they have given this, now I'm looking at, said, okay, I know these numbers, and this has been given by my research department, and they have said, okay, you are looking for elasticity, this is the number. Then I said, okay, between last year and this year, am I planning a price change in my product? And I assuming to be 0. I'm saying, no, I'm not expecting next year there will be price increase in my product. Then I said, okay, what is going to happen to the product, the commodity that is I was linked with, positive, and let's say they are going to decrease the price by 10%. So I now realize that a product, remember, this product may not be something that I know, it's another product, price will decrease. There is another product where price will increase by 10%. Think about it. And income growth has been 10%. So what is the summation? So it basically means if I use the formula, I will say minus 0.1 into 0. Sorry. Into 0 plus 1.0 into minus 0.1, 10%, minus 1.0 into 0.1 plus 1.5 into 0.1. So what is this amount? Can someone calculate it? So this is 0. This is what? If you multiply this, this will be minus. So let's put this minus sign away. So let's say this is minus, this is minus 0.1, this is also minus 0.1, and this is plus 0.15. So this is minus 0.2 plus 0.15, equivalent of minus 0.05. So we now realize how much my demand is going to change. Percentage change in my demand will be 5%. 5% reduction. So now realize that I did not do anything. But since my product is connected with other products market, we now realize that there has been a drop in my demand by 5%. What does it mean for me as a business decision maker? That if I'm here in 2020, and if I'm predicting 5% fall, and I'm assuming for the moment no marketing activities, I realize that there will be 5% fall in the demand. I can now change things. I said, okay, I want to change things. So marketing department has decided to do their campaign. And end of the day, in 2001, I realized that I have increased my demand by 5%. So yes, I was thinking that without marketing, I would have lost 5%. Remember, this is minus 5%. Now it is plus 5%. How much is my real growth? What is the contribution of the marketing campaign? So the marketing campaign they have done, what is their contribution? 5% or 10%?
So 10% increase.
10% increase.
So now you realize
10%, sir.
That 10%. So now realize marketing campaign really contributed 10% because the odds were against me. I was supposed to drop by 5%. So now we can claim that the real contribution of the marketing was not 5%, the one amount you see. The actual contribution was 10% because this is what is supposed to happen because my competitor has reduced prices. Remember, all these other things has happened. I can use this particular formula to define that, okay, what is this result theoretically? This could be, I'm assuming that I'm giving you another set of numbers, and it is possible this number will change to 25%, plus 25%. Possible or not? Possible. If this number becomes 25%, it is giving you a number. It's saying that between 2020 and 2021, the sales will go up by 25% without doing any marketing, because I have not added any marketing here. And if it goes by 25%, and then I go find out that after all the marketing, I also have 25%, what is the contribution of marketing department? Zero. Because other economic condition is changing the demand. So this is already 25%. So sometimes we say, oh, there has been a growth of sales by 25% and marketing department should be rewarded. It could also be wrong. On the other hand, in the first case, we say there are 10%, 5%, but actually contribution is 10%.
Please subscribe to this channel to receive updates on new videos.